people out there in the internet lands. My name is Jaimelyn Gray, and this is You've Got a Thing, an interview thing about Milwaukee theater things. It is the week of Thursday, March 26th. The weekend is coming up here, and I've got some things for you to hopefully check out and see and research and fit into your schedule and all of those kinds of things. And then I've got a great interview coming up here from Renaissance Theaterworks with their marketing director, Maria Pretzl, who I always love talking to. That human is a wealth of knowledge about all things Renaissance, and boy, does she have it for you today. So we're gonna chat a little bit about Barefoot in the Park and other things and subscriptions and all that kind of stuff. I was just super impressed with our discussion that we had yesterday. She has so many offerings. Renaissance has so many offerings to really get you into the theater. Just a huge set of discounts and opportunities for you to do that. So we'll get into that in a little bit. But first, I've got just a few things to check out in your spare time. And let me get to that here. So first of all, this is a room. Is this a room? I always say that wrong because I'm a crazy person. Is this a room? Pardon me, Milwaukee Chamber Theater, for saying the title of your Wisconsin premiere incorrectly. This is something that opened last week, the 20th. What time is it? What year is it? Where are we? I did do an interview with a couple of great artists a couple weeks back. So go back and check our past episodes for the Is This a Room episode with Mark Corkins, and Russell Holt was who I did that with. Just a lovely interview. I'm really grateful to all the artists who are available to come and talk to me about their stuff, because I just am so amazed by the wealth of talent and just good human people we have here in Milwaukee. And so I'm really grateful for that. So side note on that. So this is a really intense one room thriller. I have yet to be able to get in there to see it, but here's hoping. And they've changed the studio space at the Broadway Theater Center to provide a more alley space. So it really makes you feel like you're in the room with them. And it's an investigation, and it's based on a true story, reality winner, and which is her real name. I don't know how that came about, but that's amazing. Texas. And so you can go and check out this based on a real story of her whistleblowing experience. She also had a book that came out, if you're interested in that, and designed and created by a whole bunch of really great Milwaukee artists. So get your butt in there at the Broadway Theater Center. You can go to Milwaukee Chamber Theater, and that's a TRE.org, to find out more information about this production and the artists involved. And hopefully you can get in there before it closes next weekend. And here's hoping for me too. I would like to get in there as well. So that's what we got on the Milwaukee Chamber Theater front. Then next we have our good old friends at the Interchange Theater Co-op. We've got their show schedule. They actually have a show tonight. Normally they're on Fridays and Saturdays, but tonight they've got a show. I think it's because they've got a one woman show coming up this weekend, or one-person show coming up this weekend on Saturday is a solo show. So I think they shifted some things around, is what it feels like to me. And so they've got Ex Machina on tonight, which is sci-fi improv. And then they've got some duo prov teams with like Chris Good and Josh Randall, and then Astrid Bartlett and Matt Wazlowski. So you can check that out tonight. That's at 7:30 p.m. Their shows are at 7:30 p.m., except for this Saturday with Deanna Ortiz, who their show starts at 8 p.m. Only person to watch porn every day for 5 years and become better because of it is the amazing marketing. That is what I received on that little adventure. And so you've got the Ex Machina tonight, and then the Fake Housewives of Milwaukee tomorrow. Hilarious. Get ready for a shout out to Bravo. Follow the drama, jealousy, self-promotion, and drama as the Fake Housewives start up a new franchise in a new location every show. You suggest it, and then they housewife it. That's awesome. I love that so much. And so go to interchangetheater.com to see their whole schedule. And then they also have on Sunday nights their open jam, open mic, to get your stuff out there. Really supportive environment to test out new stuff if you've got it. And again, interchangetheater.com to check out that. And then I'm just going to say real quick here, because I know about it, that because I just put out a whole bunch of stuff about we're opening in 1 month, Bug by Tracy Letts over at the Constructivists. Real psychological thriller, and it's just such an interesting play. It just closed on Broadway. They took the Steppenwolf production to Broadway with Carrie Coon who had acted in Milwaukee back in the day, if you didn't know that. And so we're gonna take a stab, cough, cough, at it. And so we're opening that in a month on April 25th, on Saturday, April 25th. We're going to open that one at the Broadway Theater Center. And so if you want to read more about all the thrills that come with it, you can go to theconstructivists.org, theconstructivists.org to check out more information about that. And that's what I got. That's what I got today for you from the inner workings of the Milwaukee Theatre Alliance. There's a bunch of stuff coming up on April that we'll talk about. I was flitting around the websites and the internet and stuff, and so Forte has ABBA coming up, Mamma Mia, because Mamma Mia is about every year here in Milwaukee, and Forte is going to take a crack at it. And then Skylight has a Midsummer Night's Dream. Their take on it's a rockin' Midsummer Night's Dream. So Midsummer Night's Dream with music, and we'll have Michael Unger come on and talk about that, because I love talking to that person all the time. And so that's little things floating around the internet. I highly encourage you to go and follow Milwaukee Theaters on the Instagrams and the Facebooks, and if they do TikTok, have at it. I have vehemently resisted the TikTok just because I'm old and I don't want to get my brain wrapped around that. I've been sucked into the social media for too many years and long enough already. I don't need another thing to suck my brain. Get off my lawn. So there you go. So that's just a handful of things that we've got going on right now. Plan your schedule accordingly. So, go and see the interchange, and then go and see uh, is this a room, and then fit in Barefoot in the Park, which is what we're going to talk about right now with Maria Pretzl and learn more about that. And we'll see you on the other side. Okay, and with me today is the magnificent and wonderful Maria Pretzl, marketing manager of Renaissance Theaterworks. How are you today, superhuman?
Aw, thank you. You're also a superhuman. I am good. It's a good time here at Renaissance. So thank you for having me on. You got a thing.
Yeah, I'm really excited to talk about this. This is like classic comedy show. And we were just sort of talking about how for people who don't know out there, that Suzan Fete is she calling it retirement? Is she like what is she calling it?
Yeah. So for those that don't know, our beloved co-founding artistic director Suzan Fete is retiring at the end of the season. So we are in the process of interviewing for a new artistic director. That announcement, I know, I'm deep in denial about the whole thing, but
That is a
we
major transition.
It is, yeah, because she's been with the company since the very beginning,
Yeah.
obviously, and she's been so pivotal in shaping Renaissance and making it the incredible company that it is today.
Yes.
So we are, like I said, I'm personally in denial, but we will have we're hoping we're on schedule to announce the new artistic director later this spring. So I know. It is wild. It's a weird sentence to say, but we'll be announcing the new artistic director later this spring as they are still in the interview process right now.
Yeah.
All very exciting stuff, but we are really sorry to see Susan go, but excited for the future. And Susan, honestly, for those of you that know Susan, Barefoot in the Park it can be seen as a surprise for why she picked it, but it's truly like one of the best shows for her to and her tenure as artistic director on before she moves on to this new chapter. It is a really joyful production.
Yeah, such an uplift, Barefoot in the Park, Neil Simon, really like just yeah, like I said, just a classic piece of good theater. And I don't know if I'm surprised. I think it's a real lovely way to sort of bucket listed out of it. Isn't this something that has been on her list for like a really long time or something like that?
Yeah, so Barefoot in the Park has been on Susan's list of shows she wanted to direct for a while. She's quoted in a couple interviews now, and even here in the office, saying she remembers the first time she saw Barefoot in the Park, and she's like, "Oh my God, that's me and my husband."
Oh, that's fantastic.
And so she just always had this really deep connection with this show,
Yeah.
and she really loves the message at the core of it, which is really about like that new young love and how really because a lot of the comedy from the show, for those that aren't familiar, really comes from this opposites attract between these two couples. You have a free spirit and a very serious young lawyer that are married.
Yeah.
And in the end, it is just their love and care for each other is what triumphs over all the shenanigans, I will go with, that happens in this show. And it is just such a lovely message. And even though this play was written and set in the 60s, it's still also a message that is so timely and resonates today that it is just such a joy to be a part of and to share with audiences this spring.
Yeah, that's awesome. What so can you tell us just what is the backstory on it?
The backstory of the play or Susan's process getting here, just quick
The just
clarification.
what is the story of the so it's a couple who does what?
Yeah. So, for those that aren't familiar with this, one of the original romantic comedies is what I like to call Barefoot in the
Yeah.
Park. is it follows young newlyweds, Corey and Paul Bratter. They are just fresh off their 6-day honeymoon at the Plaza Hotel and have moved into their first apartment, which is a 5-story walk up at 5 if you don't count the stoop, in New York that is very small. The heat doesn't work. There's a hole in the skylight. The furniture hasn't been delivered yet. So as they start their new life together as a married couple, Corey, the free spirit, gets the idea to set up her very suburban, straight-laced mother with the eccentric upstairs neighbor.
Yikes.
And as that blind date unfolds, it starts asking the question, is this love really enough? Are these two people too different to make this relationship work? And this just truly delightful. Suzan has gotten a cast of comedic powerhouses for this production. We have Emily Vetrano as Corey, Neil Brookshire as Paul. We have Jenny Wanasek as the mother. We have Reese Madigan as the upstairs neighbor, Victor Velasco. And then rounding it out as a telephone repairman, we have Mohammed Elbasat. And then as the scene-stealing delivery man, he's literally in one scene, we have the one and only man about town, Bob Balderson.
That is, yeah, fantastic. That's a badass cast. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That I have had the opportunity, they call it Milwaukee for a reason. They had the opportunity to work and come across many of those people, and they're all just lovely human beings.
Yeah, really, what we've been hearing is that the whole rehearsal process was a delight. I was lucky enough to get time to work with the cast for doing my parking lot interviews and the Make the Show cocktail. And this group of people, like, they are just so delightful, warm human beings that you just want to spend time with them. And then, yeah, they all just have when that's so important with a comedy like Barefoot in the Park and really any comedies, the comedic timing and getting those beats right. And this is a group of people that just really, really understands comedy and are able to hit those moments that, even though it is a show that odds are a lot of people have seen some variation of Barefoot in the Park, whether it's the classic movie with Robert Redford and Jane Fonda, or like a community theater production of it. Like, there's odds are like you've heard of this comedy or seen some iteration of it, so you might go into it being like, oh, I know this comedy, like I know what happens. But these people are just so good that it feels fresh, it feels really funny. You're going to be laughing in your seats.
Well, and it's a story that you don't get tired of, right? Like it's just something good to experience and see.
Yeah, it is. Like I said, the story, it's like I said, it's that original, like it feels like that original romantic comedy. Apparently, it is loosely based off Neil Simon's actual life, his first marriage. There's inspiration pulled on that. I guess he did, according to Suzan with her research, he did actually live in like a 5-story walk up that was just needed a lot of love. We will put it. I don't want to spoil some of the surprises that we have in store for when you come and see the show. But yeah, it is just like I said, you may know this story, but you just love these characters. You know these characters that you are just rooting for them from beginning to end. And it's really, if you just need a break or just need some joy, I would get your tickets now for it. It is really, really a delightful production.
Yeah. What is the rehearsal process did you get, are you guys doing like 3.5 weeks or something along those lines? Is it Fast and Furious?
It is pretty Fast and Furious. They have about a month,
Oh, okay.
and so they do, I'm rarely in the rehearsal room. They don't need the marketing person popping in, as they're trying to,
And
uh,
judging
fi
judging
yeah,
the process.
figuring out, the beats and what, props work where. This is a
Yeah.
very prop heavy show. We
Is
were
it?
lucky enough, yeah, we are lucky enough to get the wonderful Jim Guy is our props
The
designer.
master, the one and only.
Because not only are there a lot of props needed for the show, again, see it to find out what I'm talking about. They're all they all had to be period specific. We stayed true to the script and the time. So this play is set in 1963. So
Oh, that's
not only is
fantastic.
it basically we had to furnish an entire apartment, it is an apartment from 1963. So who else to call than the legendary props master, Jim Guy?
That is
Uh,
so fun.
But yeah, they rehearsed for it was about a month, 5 or 6 days a week. And yeah, it's from what I heard from Susan and then our production and stage manager, Bailey Wagner. It has been a really great rehearsal process. It's a wonderful group of people that brought the show together. Susan really gathered, like I've already mentioned the cast, I mentioned Jim Guy. We have a lot of great designers also behind the scene. Noel Stomack did our lighting. Jeff Kamek did the set. Karen Kovchapek, I probably butchered that. I am running on coffee.
Yeah,
Did the
yeah.
costumes, and I desperately want her to just be my personal designer. Like her costumes are incredible. And also of the time, Josh Schmidt and I wish hold on, I have
Josh, also the busiest person in what he does is
yeah, so Josh
sound.
Schmidt and Martella Marenchal did our sound design. They worked as a
Yeah,
team.
Martilli is awesome.
And yeah, we just really had just a team also
That's
not
fantastic.
and then of course Tony Lyons is our technical director and has built all our sets, being the master too that he is. So Susan also just assembled not only a powerhouse cast but a powerhouse design team to bring her vision to life. Like really I'm going to obsess a bit over the set, like a bit, because it is an incredible set, and just see it the way they hid so many details on the set too. Just you were going to walk into the theater, going to sit down, and you're like, I have been in some, like, even if you've never lived in New York, you're going to see it and be like, I have lived or I have been in some variation of this first time fixer upper apartment, down to
All the
like
bells and whistles.
all the bells and whistles, like even little notes on the radiator of like, don't
Oh,
touch this knob,
oh,
or you can kind of, it feels like you can look down the doorway and you can see the hallway that leads to the infamous 5 flights of stairs.
yeah.
It's really, it is truly something that people need to see.
So Susan went above and beyond on this and just made it the best little big thing to walk out and finish her Renaissance career on, huh?
Yeah, Susan really got some of the best to work on the show. And I think really everyone came together and chipped in to make this like a really just a really good high note for Susan to end her time as artistic director on. Um, it's also selling really well, so really get your tickets
Get your
now for
tickets.
it. Yeah,
Yeah. So
get
much,
your tickets.
so much
Um,
love and support and whatnot for the community for Susan for sure.
Definitely. And then I know, like, especially members of the community, like, we're all on tight budgets. So be sure to take, for those that are like on a budget but still really want to join us, don't forget we do have $17 affordable cost tickets available for every Wednesday matinee,
Fantastic.
Thursday, and Friday night performance. And those you don't need to wait to like 30 minutes to box like curtain to go to the box office like you do at like you have to do with some rush tickets. These tickets are available. You can just log in online and purchase them like at any time or walk up or call the box office. So these tickets not only are they only $17 including all taxes and fees, there's no special code, there's no special rule. You can just either go to the box office, go online anytime and purchase these tickets.
That's fantastic. That's a great thing to do for the community. That's awesome.
it's really important to us to make sure, like we do say it's theater by women for everyone, and we do truly mean everyone. And we know that that price point a lot of times can be a barrier for some people. So instead of like,
Totally.
oh, you need the special code or only go up to the box office at this specific window, we just wanted to be like, here are some tickets. They're $17. Get them at your convenience, just to make it what we hope is easier process for everyone. And then for other accessibility performances, I have at one point had a postcard. My desk is honestly a mess between us. Um,
I can't
once
even
the show
imagine what your desk looks like right now.
once the show closes, we're doing some serious spring cleaning. But for other accessibility besides your $17 tickets, for those that are interested, we do have two performances with open captions. So the dialogue is
Superb.
projected next to the screen. So those performances are Wednesday, April 1st at 1:30. That's also a performance with the $17 tickets. And Saturday, April 4th at 4 o'clock. So those performances, like I said, they're open caption. The dialogue will be projected right next to the screen. Our ASL interpreted performance is Thursday, April 2nd, and we also have a block of seats specifically reserved for those people who would need those services. You can find those online or call the box office if you need, if patrons need to use the ASL interpreters. Those seats are very easy to get. On Wednesday, April 8th at 1:30, that is our sensory friendly performance. So with those who have sensory needs, house lights stay up, we have a
Yep.
quiet room, we have fidget toys. The rules are a lot more relaxed.
Yeah.
And then we also have an audio described performance on Friday, April 10th. And so you just check in, you get a headset, and everything happening on stage. So the set, movement, everything is described to those that might have low vision. And our audio described person is our one and only artistic associate, Jane Regan Pink. So it's also narrated for you in a lovely British
Lovely
accent. So
voice.
it's just very nice to listen to. Like when we a couple seasons ago when we initially launched the audio described and we're like, okay, let's test out to make sure the headset works. It was just us sitting in the theater during a rehearsal to just make sure everything worked, and it's just so nice to listen to Jane as she just tells you what's happening.
Lovely, lovely voice. Lovely voice.
Yes. So we do have a number of accessible options and also accessible seating. Everything is on one floor. We have a couple of seats that can be removed if you need to accommodate a wheelchair or a motorized scooter or chair. So there are definitely options. We want to make as few barriers as possible so
Yeah.
everyone can come and enjoy the theater we produce.
Don't feel like you can't go. There
Exactly.
there's probably a way for you to work whatever your need is. All you have to do is call the box office. What is the number of
Yeah.
the box office?
The box office number is 414-278-0765.
Awesome. Or you can, I'm sure it's on the website too at rtwmke.org. Yes,
Yes.
right there.
Yeah, contact information is also on our website. If you're like me and hate calling, there's also an email address that will come to either our offices or the box office, that can also help you out as well.
A lot of us hate calling now.
Yeah.
It's become such a thorn in people's sides. Just feels like heavy lifting sometimes, for sure.
Yep.
Well, so great. So just get your tickets. Like, yeah, don't sit on stuff, because I've seen little quotes floating around already, and it feels like this is something that people need in their lives right now. And
Yeah.
and so go and reserve your seat in any way that you can make that happen, and go and watch a lovely, lovely romantic comedy.
Yeah, it is truly like the reviews we have out have all been positive. We've had patrons already just saying like saying they were laughing in their seats.
Yeah.
As mentioned before, Bob Balderson is a scene stealer. On opening night, he got a round of applause after his exit. That is
Oh, that
how
stuff feels so good.
delightful this
Yeah.
show. Just to give a little hint of how funny and delightful and uplifting this show truly is. And yeah, we already have some performances that are pretty close to sold out. So really don't, if you
Don't
want to
sit
see it, don't sit on your tickets. We really want to welcome you to the lobby and not only celebrate the joy that is young love and new relationships and that exciting starting the next chapter of your life, but also come with us to celebrate our very beloved Suzan Fete as she also gets ready for the next step. So yeah, really don't miss out. Come celebrate and just enjoy the absolute joy that this production is, and also our time having Suzan Fete at the helm.
Yeah, a legacy. Really, really a legacy that artist is leaving here is
Yeah, whoever we get as the new artistic director, I'm sure they will be wonderful, but they are going to have some very, very big, fabulous shoes to fill.
it's not me. I can tell you that. It's not me. It's not this person. I did not apply. Nobody needs me to do that. I will be here to support in this way, and that's my position. Yeah. It's great. So go to rtwmke.org, reserve your seat, see something funny and amazing. And I thank you so much, Maria, for all. I know how busy you are. You are everywhere and doing
Uh, uh,
everything.
I joke that I'm sure people are getting sick of seeing me on Renaissance's social media introducing our little
No,
segments.
no, we love your face. We love your
Uh,
all the info treats that you bring for us. You don't say that. We love your face. So
thank you.
thank you but thank you for sharing your time here, and I'll catch you. This is the last one, isn't it? This is the last.
Yes. So for those that aren't familiar, so RTW, we do 3 shows,
Oh,
main
you got
stage
more
shows a
coming up.
season. Yeah, so so this is our last main stage show that
Yes.
kind of closes the shows we do at Next Act
Yeah.
Theater. And then we have the Brink New Play Festival in May, which is really what ends our
Yeah.
25-26 season.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, so come see Barefoot in the Park, and then in I guess just over a month,
Just a little bit.
join us.
Yeah.
Yeah, join us for celebrating new works at the Brink New Play Festival, which will be at the Baumgartner Center for Dance.
Are you coming back to talk about that? Do we have you on the schedule to come back and talk about that?
I don't know.
I
We
don't know.
should
Get back
probably
to
get
me on that.
that.
Maybe I'll see you and talk about Brink. But if not, I will see you around, and I will see you at the next season.
Yes. Yeah, we also announced our 26-27 season.
Yes.
It is off the map, which is reflective of the characters we're exploring in the 3 plays we're doing. It's all characters that are getting ready for going out of their comfort zones, and in a way that's also reflective of Renaissance Theaterworks' next step, as that will be our first season with a new artistic director. So literally and figuratively, we're going off the map, and we
That's
hope
great.
people join us for going off the map. Do we have time? I can describe our next season a
Why
little bit.
not?
Excellent.
Tell me more.
Well, so our first show let me grab the brochure.
You need that.
So,
Thanks. Too much.
uh
Yes, too much stuff on the brain. Yes, let's get
yeah,
the print materials. Yeah.
like I literally have, so yeah, I have print materials, I have tiaras, because those were our prizes for the parking lot interviews. I have odd post-its. My desk is really such a mess right now.
Why
So
aren't you
anyway,
posting that to social media?
support
Where's my
Renaissance
brain on that?
Theaterworks. This is the marketing manager's brain. Save her brain, get your tickets.
Uh, so what?
Uh,
So what does that brochure say?
So, our next scene, like I said, we're going off the map, and our first show in the fall, so that is going to be October 18th through November 8th. It is also our world premiere Wisconsin contribution, and it's also really exciting. We are producing one of our Brink plays from
Yes.
last year, uh, written by local playwright Kara Johnston. We are producing Great White Throne. So if you
Yes.
joined us last May for the staged reading of it, you can now join us for
The
seeing
full
a
production.
fully realized production.
That's
And
great.
also, if you attended Brink, it'll just give you an idea of how you saw it being developed, and now here's what we hope the Brink New Play Festival helps playwrights do, which is continue to refine it and get it to a point that it can be produced. So
Yeah.
we are so excited that our contribution
Very
for World
exciting.
Premiere Wisconsin and that it's local playwright is something that actually came through the Brink New Play
Yeah, that's
Festival.
fantastic.
So that's what we kick our season off with. Then in the winter, so in January, we will be doing the Wisconsin premiere of The Great Leap by Lauren Yee. It is a
Wonderful playwright.
dramatic basketball comedy.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's um quite a way to describe it. So the Great Leap is following takes place during a friendly match between a men's basketball team from the US and a men's basketball team from China during the 80s. Oh, and also another very fun period piece.
Yes.
Um, and like I said, that's Wisconsin. So we're doing world premiere, Wisconsin premiere.
Yeah.
So be really get a subscription to see shows that aren't seen,
Yes.
like haven't been seen in Wisconsin before. And then in the spring, we are doing a contemporary classic. I know that sounds like contradictory, but
It's
that
not.
is the best way to describe it. We are doing David Hare's Skylight. That hasn't been produced here in town for quite a while. It is a really beautiful, moving drama that was written in like 93 and is shockingly relevant today.
Yeah.
Set all once again set in an apartment. I think there's a theme happening now with our spring shows.
Yeah.
Uh, so it is also like it is a really beautifully written play exploring relationships. So yeah, we also have a really great 26-27 season
Yeah.
that subscriptions are on sale now. We have like the traditional subscription, which is what you expect when you get a theatrical subscription. We also have a flex pass, which is basically a voucher that when you get it, you have about the equivalent of ticket, like the amount of tickets. So it's you can do it like one for a flex pass, you can do it like, oh, I want one ticket for each show, or oh, I'm going to be out of town in January. Like I know a lot of Milwaukee theater audiences flee Wisconsin, understandably, for the winter. So if you're like, I'm unfortunately going to be out of town during
Yeah.
the run of the Great Leap, so I'm going to use 2 tickets to take a friend to see the Great White Throne, and then I'll come by myself to see Skylight. So that Flex
Yeah.
Pass allows that flexibility that you basically build your own subscription. You pick whatever date, seat, time, so you can just build that in more to your schedule, hence the name FlexPass.
Yeah.
And then for those, again, on a budget, and especially younger, upper coming people that are like, I really want to support the arts, I want to come to theater, but my budget doesn't allow for a traditional subscription, we have an under 40 FlexPass. So younger millennials, Gen Z, it is a really affordable way to be able to become a season subscriber, see all our shows for roughly the same price of like a Ticketmaster concert ticket. So you get
Nice.
basically 3 performances for the price of like something bigger. And then if there's any like theater nerds like me, we also have a play club subscription, which is basically a book club for theater lovers. So that one is one of our higher tier subscriptions, but you do get a copy of each script.
Yeah.
You get an invitation to attend first rehearsal, and
Yeah.
then your performance. There is always an exclusive gathering after the show with other play club members, where you get together and you get to discuss the play that not only that in theory you read, but that you then just saw on stage. And more times than not, the cast and some of the creatives join that discussion as well.
That's awesome.
So yeah, we have a couple great, varied, and affordable subscription options for as well. So if you come see Barefoot in the Park and you're like, this is great, I want more theater like this, consider joining us for our 26-27 season by getting a
Totally.
season subscription.
No excuses.
No excuses.
None. So go to the website and you can find all the information you need about all these subscriptions and hook into who you can contact to make those subscriptions happen. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. rtwmke.org. Again, Maria, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
And keep your wits about you as you close out the season here, and we'll talk again soon.
I'm sure we will talk soon, probably about Brink.
All right. Talk to you later, friend.
Bye, Jamie.
Bye. All the things that I've been seeing just from their posts, and the people are really excited about this show. So you should definitely go and see it. It's a feel good rom-com, classic Neil Simon. Go and check it out. And so yeah, so check that out. And then so that's what I got for you today. But next week, I've already recorded an interview with Fern Cocker Bronson, who is the founder and heart of Kothi Dance Company here in Milwaukee. We are both in a small arts and culture cohort, or SMAC, as we lovingly call it. And we, as in the Constructivists and Kothi, we've been part of this group for about 3 years now, in the whole about 5 years, because it was born out of the pandemic. And we're just going to talk a little bit about arts funding in Wisconsin next week, because it's been on my brain, and it affects all of us here in the Milwaukee Theatre Alliance. And I just wanted to bring somebody in who knows a lot about what that road has been and what it looks like and what it is currently. And so I just wanted to do a little bit of advocacy here. And it's a longer interview. We talked for over an hour. And so I hope you'll hang in with me there and really hear what the struggles really are, what we're facing. It is not easy producing art in Wisconsin, much less in Milwaukee, right at this moment in time. There are so many factors working against us. Unless you're a certain company that we won't mention, cough. And so, yeah, so Fern and I are going to talk about that next week. So I hope you'll put your ears on that and just buckle in and hang with us for a little bit over an hour. And so I'll bring that to you next week. And that's what we got. So thank you so much for your time today. I'm so pleased you joined us from wherever you're coming from. Again, if you need to reach out to me or anybody at the Theater Alliance, you can go to info@MKETA, Milwaukee Theatre Alliance, MKETA, Makita, info@makita.org. to email us, and I will try to get you to where you need to go, or if it's me, I'll try to get back to you as fast as I can. Love to talk to you. So that's it. That's what I got for today. So thank you again. Come and see us next week, and watch my face over the next few weeks as it progressively gets more and more stressed out because of bug. It's an intense one. Hope you check it out. So there you go. So thanks again. See you next week. You've got a thing. Ha. Huzzah. Okay, bye.